Hi, I'm Esther Kane, women's psychotherapist and author of It's Not About the Food, a woman's guide to making peace with food and our bodies. I wrote this book over a decade ago, and it's helped thousands of women overcome their problematic relationships with food and body image issues. I use the book also in my therapy sessions with clients, and it helps them to prepare for each session, and it helps them do some deep work in between sessions related to their relationships with food and to their bodies. So please join me on a mini tour of the audiobook version of It's Not About the Food. Session 1: Why Diets Don't Work. I will start by giving you some statistics and facts about dieting and why it's so dangerous. After that, I will share some of my thoughts based on doing this work for so long about why we keep on dieting and who is profiting. Followed by that will be a detailed outline of what really happens to us physiologically when we diet and how this sets up a self-perpetuating cycle of defeat. Then I'm going to give you an opportunity to delve into your own history of dieting, food obsession, weight loss, weight gain, and open your mind to some different and healthier possibilities. I chose to do this because as a therapist I have found that true lasting change only comes about when we do our own personal work. It's not enough to simply listen to someone else talking. We need to take those ideas and apply them to our own experience. This can only be done once we've dug below the surface enough to find the root causes of our problematic relationship to food and body image. Session 2: Mindful Eating. In this session, I will share everything I know with you about mindful eating. We will start off with a mindful eating exercise, followed by a discussion of how mindful eating can become an incredibly powerful tool in helping you to find peace with food and your body. The rest will focus on what I believe are the 5 major roadblocks that get in our way of eating mindfully. I will lead you through several hands-on exercises designed to assist you in figuring out your own specific roadblocks and how you can move past them to begin eating with mindful awareness and a deep sense of peace and well-being. Session 3: The Food-Mood Connection. In this session, I will lead you through an exploration of how food and mood are connected in your own life and how this pattern began. Also, we'll explore emotions that women with food and body image issues often have trouble expressing, and give you the tools you need to become unstuck emotionally so that you don't have to turn to eating as a way to cope with difficult feelings. Lastly, I will give you some tips and strategies to nurture yourself emotionally without turning to food as a primary self-soothing strategy. Session 4: Meditation and Relaxation. In this session, we will explore meditation and relaxation in detail. We'll find out what they're all about and why they are particularly useful for women who struggle with food and body image issues. We'll also have a chance to experience several of these powerful techniques and practices firsthand. Session 5: Changing Our Minds. This session begins with an exploration of how women with food and body image issues tend to think and how it gets them into trouble. Then we'll examine the most common forms of distorted thinking and give you practical tools you can use to change your thinking from negative to positive. Lastly, I'll show you how to manage your thinking so that you're controlling it and not the other way around. Session 6: I Love This Body. This session is divided into 2 parts. In the first half, we will explore how we have become susceptible to society's beauty standards and ideals by exploring our own personal histories of trying to match what society expects of us, followed by an in-depth exploration of the history of North American women and body image throughout time. In part 2, we will gather some useful tools to become freer of outside pressures to look a certain way. These will include journaling exercises, writings, and examples of women who courageously defy our culture's standards of beauty and success, as well as practical tips for learning to love the body you have. I sincerely hope that you enjoy this audiobook, and please, if you find it helpful, pass it on to those who you think could benefit through your social media, texting, and email. Thank you so much.